This is your host, Nisa Harris, and you are listening to Shomea Ve'ona, Tehillim and Other Hebrew Text Podcasts, episode 13. The following is the recitation of the 9th and 10th Psalm, aka Perek or Mizmor Tet and Yud, a double episode. After the recitation, stay tuned to hear more about this Mizmor. Tehillim chapter 9, Psalm Tet. Lamanatseach Almut Labain. Mizmor LeDavid. Odeh Adonai Bechol Libi. Asapra Kol Nifleotecha. Esmecha Ve'eltza Bach Azamra Shimcha Elyon. Bishuv Oivai Achor Yikashlu V'yovdu Mipanecha. Ki asita Mishpati V'dini Yashavta Lechisei Shofet Tzedek. Ga'arta Goyim Ibadeta Rasha. Shemam Machita Le'olam Va'ed. Ha'oyev Tamu Charavot Lanetzach. Ve'arim Natashta Avad. Zichram Hema. V'Adonai le'olam yeshev. Konen lamishpat kis'o. V'hu yishpot tevel b'tzedek. Yadin le'umim b'meisharim. V'hi Adonai miskav Ladach Miskav Li'itot Batzara. V'yivtechu Bacha Yodei Shemecha Ki lo azafta Dorshecha Adonai. Zamru Ladonai Yoshev Tzion. Hagidu Va'amim Alilotav. Ki doresh damim otam zachar. Lo shachach Za'akat anavim. Chaneneni Adonai Re'ei Anyi Misonai Miromemi Misha'arei Mavet. Lema'an Asapra Kol Tehilatecha. B'sha'arei Bat Zion Agila Bishuatecha. Tav'u Goyim B'shachat Asu. Bereshet Zu Tamanu Nil Keda Raglam. Noda Adonai Mishpat. Asa Bipoal Kapav Nokesh Rasha. Higayon Sela. Yashuvu Rishaim Lishola. Kol Goyim Shichachei Elohim. Ki lo lanetzach Yishakach Evyon. Tikvat Aniyim Tovad Laad. Kuma Adonai Al Yaoz Enosh Yishaftu goyim al panecha. Shita Adonai, mora lahem, yed'u goyim, enosh hema selah. Psalm 10, Mizmor Yud. Lama Adonai, ta'amod berachok, ta'alim li'itot batzara. Begavat rasha, yidlak ani, yitafshu, b'mizimut zu, chashavu. Ki hilel rasha al ta'avat nafsho, ubotzea berech ni'etz Adonai. Rasha kegova apo bal yidrosh. Ein Elohim kol mizimotav, yachilu drachav, bechol et, marom mishpatecha minegdo, kol tzorerav, yafiach bahem, amar belibo, bal emot, Ledor vador, asher lo vira, Allah pihu malay, unirmot vatoch, tachat lishono, amal ve'aven, yeshev b'ma'arav, Chatzerim, Bamis Tarim, Yaharog Naki, Enav Lechelcha Yitzponu, Ye'erov Bamistar, Ke'aryeh Besuko, Ye'erov Lechatof Ani. Yachatof ani b'mashcho birshito yidke yashsoach v'nafal be'atzumav chel ka'im amar belibo shachach el Histir panav, bal ra'a lanetzach, kuma Adonai, el nisa yadecha, al tishkach anavim, al me ni'etz rasha Elohim, amar belibo, lo tidrosh, Ra'ita ki ata amal v'cha'as tabit latet beyadecha alecha ya'azov chelecha yatom ata hayita ozer shivor zeroa rasha V'ra tidrosh risho, bal timtza. Adonai melech olam va'ed, avdu goyim me'artzo. Ta'avat anavim, shamata Adonai. Tachin libam, takshiv eznecha, lishpot yatom vadach bal Yosif od la'arot enosh min haaretz. Tehillim chapter 9 and 10 are thought to have originally been one long psalm that was later broken into two, hence this longer than usual episode. In Psalm 9, David HaMelech addresses the enemies in his life in a general sense of those who came against Israel, and in chapter 10, he focuses on the mindset of a singular Rasha, which is usually translated to be wicked, but I will challenge and explain this shortly. I find myself at this point in the coronavirus experience, honestly afraid every time I get in the car to go to work as a nurse. I question, why is it okay for me to be risking my well-being and that of my loved ones to serve others? To clarify, in terms of Jewish law, I am at the point where I know that if I take all the proper precautions, the risk is not high enough for it to be considered forbidden to risk my life, etc. But that is a halacha shir for another time. Just on an emotional level, though, when I go to work, I feel I need to mentally prepare as though I am going into battle, like the veterans that I have the honor of treating and whom I have such gratitude and respect for. But having gratitude and respect isn't what is helping me to face the fear that comes with the reality that I am walking into. In Psalm 9 and 10, David HaMelech is hinting to how to face that fear. In chapter 9, pasuk 10 and 11, it says, V'hi Hashem miskav, lidach miskav, lihitot b'tzara, v'yivatchu b'cha yodei shemecha, ki lo azavta dorshecha Hashem. Hashem will be a tower of strength for the oppressed, a tower of strength in times of distress. And those knowing your name will trust in you, for you do not abandon those who seek you, Hashem. David HaMelech is emphasizing that everyone has a choice, to believe that God is there or to not believe that God is involved in everything that occurs. He is saying that if you believe in Him, then you will see His hand in everything, aka He will not abandon you. What does that mean in reality? Well, let's contrast this with chapter 9, verse 18, that says, Yashuvu Rishaim Lishilo Kol Goyim Shich Yechei Elokim. To the lowest world will the wicked return, all the prophets that forget God. Also, whose perspective do we see talking in chapter 10? The Rasha again, starting out with the question in Pasuk Aleph, Lama Hashem ta'amod berachok talim litot bertzara. Why, Hashem, do you stand distant, hiding yourself in times of torment? And David goes on to describe how the Rasha behaves after that. What is the difference between the description of those that I mentioned from chapter 9, who saw Hashem as a pillar of strength in times of distress, versus the Rasha, who feels distant during times of torment? Harav Aaron Lichtenstein, in his article on being from and being good on the relationship between religion and morality, discusses the Gemara Kedushin 40a, and he understands that the terms tzaddik and rasha, righteous and wicked, are actually dependent on whether or not a person has a relationship between man and God. And then whether or not he is tov or ra, good or evil, is a different function, separate, the relationship between man and his fellow man. In other words, his point is that it is possible to be a tzaddik ra, a righteous evil person, and a rasha tov, wicked good person. But the word tzaddik and rasha are teaching us about relationships between man and God. So in this psalm, David HaMelech is describing the element that the rasha does not have, which causes him to feel distant. And that is found in chapter 9:19. Tikvat aniyim or anavim toved la'ad, nor shall the hope of the afflicted forever perish. The Rasha is someone that doesn't have a relationship with God, choosing not to see his hand in everything that occurs. But even the afflicted and the destitute person will never lose hope. Why? Because they are not a Rasha. They have a relationship with Hashem. There's a famous pasuk of Tehillim 23:4. Though I walk through the valley of death, I will fear no evil. Ra, because you are with me. Hashem doesn't promise that magical things will happen and all will be well with you and you won't even get hurt, etc. when he's with you, when you are going into war or risky situations. What does he promise, though? He promises a covenant, a relationship, a trust that gives meaning and purpose to your life. So even though I am walking into a risky mess, I will not fear bad because I have hope and trust that anything that happens is for the good. It might mean that it's not immediately good for me, but it means that I am a link in the chain to provide the good that I hope is Hashem's plan because I trust in our relationship. So yes, I am allowed to be scared because I am human, but I go knowing that whatever happens is not without a purpose. I look for and seek the hand of Hashem and see that what is happening can't possibly be random. And I have hope that it is for the best. This episode's recitation and learning is in honor of all those who put themselves in harm's way. May Hashem give us the clarity to see his hand in all that he does, and with that, the hope and knowledge that everything we are doing is for something better and greater than ourselves. Also, specifically, my relative Menashe Dov ben Risha Riva, who has recently contracted the coronavirus. May he have a speedy refuah shalema with no complications, as well as all those who have been affected thus far. May Hashem continue to give us all the strength to get through this with as few complications as possible. If there is an episode that you would like to sponsor, or if you have any questions, please email me at nursenisa1, NURSENISA, the number 1, @gmail.com. Also, don't forget to join the Facebook group to be aware of upcoming episodes. Please subscribe and share. Thank you for joining.